Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel, English Fluency Tips. Today, I want to share my English learning secret with you. I know many of you want to learn English, and I understand it's not always easy. But I want to assure you that it is possible. When I first started learning English, I found it incredibly hard. I remember sitting in class, feeling overwhelmed. I was scared to speak because I thought, what if I make mistakes? I recall a moment during a class presentation when my hands shook and my heart raced. It felt like everyone was watching me, waiting for me to mess up. And that's exactly what happened. I stumbled over my words. I thought, I'll never be able to do this, but then, I had a breakthrough. One day, I had a conversation with a friend who spoke English fluently. I shared my fears with her, and she said something that stuck with me: it's okay to make mistakes. This is how we learn. Her words were like a light bulb going off in my head. When my hands shook, and my heart raced. It felt like everyone was watching me, waiting for me to mess up. And that's exactly what happened. I stumbled over my words. I thought, I'll never be able to do this, but then, I had a breakthrough. One day, I had a conversation with a friend who spoke English fluently. I shared my fears with her, and she said something that stuck with me: it's okay to make mistakes. This is how we learn. Her words were like a light bulb going off in my head. I realized that I needed to change my mindset. Instead of seeing mistakes as failures, I began to view them as stepping stones to improvement. I remember a specific incident that changed everything for me. I was trying to explain a joke to my friend in English, and I mixed up the words completely. Instead of feeling embarrassed, we both burst out laughing. This moment made me more comfortable speaking, and I started to practice more often. I encourage you to find a language partner or a friend to practice with. Don't let the fear of making mistakes hold you back. Now, let's talk about the importance of practicing regularly. Consistency is key. I set aside time every day to practice my speaking, listening, and reading skills. At first, I started with just 10 minutes a day. I would read simple stories in English, listen to English songs, and try to repeat the lyrics. Gradually, I increased my practice time. For example, I began watching English movies with subtitles. This not only improved my listening skills but also helped me understand how sentences are structured in real conversations. I remember watching my favorite movie, and I would pause it to repeat the dialogues, focusing on pronunciation and intonation. Over time, I noticed a significant improvement in my speaking skills. Another effective way to practice is to immerse yourself in the language. Surround yourself with English as much as you can. I started changing my environment to support my learning. I labeled objects in my house with their English names. For instance, I put sticky notes on my refrigerator, door, and even on my pet's food bowl. Every time I saw the notes, I practiced saying the words out loud, which helped me remember them better. I also found that listening to English music was incredibly helpful. I would search for the lyrics of my favorite songs and sing along. This not only improved my pronunciation but also made learning fun. Try to think in English whenever you can. This will help you internalize the language and improve your skills naturally. one resource I found invaluable was joining online language exchange groups. These platforms connect you with people from all around the world who are also learning English. I met so many interesting individuals, and we practiced speaking through video calls. It was comforting to know that we were all in the same boat, facing similar challenges. I learned a lot from them, and it boosted my confidence. Now, let's talk about setting realistic goals for your learning journey. It's essential to start with small, achievable goals. For example, I set a goal to learn 5 new words each week. I would write them down in a notebook and make sentences using those words. This practice not only expanded my vocabulary but also made me feel accomplished. As I achieved these small goals, I felt more motivated to keep going. One week, I challenged myself to speak only in English for an entire day. It was difficult, but I learned so much from that experience. I realized that pushing myself out of my comfort zone helped me grow. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Maybe treat yourself to something nice after completing a specific goal. Remember, learning English is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes time, effort, and patience. In conclusion, to recap, embrace your mistakes, practice regularly, immerse yourself in the language, and set realistic goals. Learning English can be challenging, but with determination and the right mindset, you can do it. If you found these tips helpful, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell icon for more tips on mastering English fluency. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.